It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. From the gun, running back on the move. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Miller will go to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Hardy. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Black Knights getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the entire playbook is wide open on 2nd and short like this. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Black Knights will hustle to the line. The Black Knights can do it on the ground with a Mr. Inside or Mr. Outside. They just love to run it.
They'll do it however way you want it. Whether it's inside and they're going to give the first one or they're going to run the option off it, you're going to get a steady dose of running the football. They will check to see how physical you want to be in a football game.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Grab behind the line. It's Hardy. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. You start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys, they've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game. Got to get my back now.
Looking downfield, it's Green. Wasting no time taking a shot. He's got it down the left. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Quarterback making checks. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down.
Well, after that completion on the corner route, it'll be interesting to see if later in the game the offensive coordinator tries to set the defense up by showing them the same pre-snap look, but this time sending the receiver to the middle of the field.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. He turns that loose down the right side. he reels it in at the 15-yard line.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Miller wants to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. It's complete! And he will score! Touchdown, Black Knights!
I think that pass play was simply designed to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Going right to work up top. Zings it complete to the right. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. Across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. From the gun, the ground game. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. And the Golden Gophers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Minnesota! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Army has it back and the offense ready to go. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Quickly to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. They'll move the tight end. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Let's send the tight end in motion. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Miller will go to the air, using the back as a receiver on the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy.
There he goes. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Miller wants to pass. Fires it down the seam. Had it in his hands and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Looks as if he's going to run it. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Black Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. They want to run this quarterback.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board.